Mason will return it for a touchdown. We are tied. Rocco Marconi scrambling away from a defender, and Grayson steps in front of the pass and scores. Third down and 5, 1 minute to go in the quarter. Still no Bulldog, as Bulldog wideout has caught a pass. Hart is out of the shotgun with Baja to his left, and Hart will hand off on a delay. No, he won't. Sacked in the backfield, Joe Dazzo on a blitz, and he's poking fun at Jasper Hart down on the ground. Joe Dazzo, forget about David Baja, he just creams Jasper Hart. It's another 4th down.
2nd and 9 to the 48. Honolulu just one timeout left. They get the ball, leave with about 30 seconds left. Hand off Parker. Parker's got the first down.
Parker, back attack. Tag, down to the 6-yard line. Ball game.
Between arguably the top 2 teams in the league coming up in a couple of weeks. 3rd down and 4. Zuli back to pass, deep shot to Corky's, wide open inside the 15, down to the 11-yard line.
Red Feather's going to have Brewski in the backfield, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end. Red Feather pump fakes once, right-hand side. That's going to be picked off! Picked off by O'Neal. Julius O'Neal with his first interception of the day.
It's panic time now for the Pride. Christensen throws. That's batted up in the air and intercepted. It's taken away and down the sideline goes number 20. Lucius Sanders put it on the board. Touchdown, Cleveland. Oh my goodness.
And here's the counter play to Zulu, and Ogun will go.
He's
his
still
best
going.
run of the day, and Ogun Zulu will go for the touchdown. Wow, what a run by Ogun Zulu.
Unbelievable.
And they're being very precise, like exactly what you wanted them coming out of the half. And Pickler dropping back. He's going to fire deep, and it's going to be caught. And he's at the 30 to the 20 to the 10 and taking it into the end zone. Nick Finch with a huge touchdown, and just wow, what a play from the Gladiators, and the coverage there from the Tyrants. The DB went for the interception, and he came up with error.
1st and 10 from the 21 here. Just over 6 minutes to go in the 3rd. Chicago trying to uppercut this St. Louis Gladiators team and put them on the ropes. King, shotgun snap, moves in the pocket, fires deep down the field, caught at the back line! What a grab, and the first touchdown of Greg Soto's career is a spectacular one.
Greg Soto coming in, replacing the retired J.C. Torres. Said, don't worry, Chan. I know you're about to win one.
This will be just under 32 yards for Otis Boudreau. On his left hash, the right footer stands ready. Spot is down. Kick is up. It is good. Otis Boudreau does it again in walk-off fashion. Louisiana taking down Florida 20-19.
They go 4 wide with the tight end split out. Stopped over the middle, throws another interception, and this time it's Jack Brown.
That one's going in the house.
Touchdown at the 36.
They call this, Colin, the law of averages. You know, whenever there's this many interceptions going on in a game, one of them's bound to go back to the house and get some points, right?
Oh my goodness. Now multiple linebackers have an interception, but this time Jack Brown turns around and runs it into the end zone.
And I'll tell you
Deep drop for Dunhill. He's going to lob it deep. It's going to be caught. No one around him. He's going to be in. Touchdown. Forward Toros. Stephen Hacker does the robot and gets us off flying.
Welcome everybody to St. Paul, Minnesota, Northwood Stadium as we conclude this Sunday of SFL action. It's the Portland Fleet taking on the Minnesota Legend. Hello everybody, Ethan Muslin here alongside my partner, Mr. Nate Hall. Nate, Season 20, baby. We're getting started. It's going to be a lot of fun. Going to have a lot of exciting matchups over the course of the season. This one particularly because you have the Minnesota Legend, inaugural season last season, made it to the playoffs. Portland made it to 500. Both these teams are really looking to advance from last season.
Yeah, they're looking to pick up where they left off last season, looking to get stronger as this season goes along, looking to build on what they had from last season, as you stated, looking to see what they come out with in Game 1 of Season 20.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier about how Minnesota bringing back a lot of the same weapons they had from that playoff run, hoping to build on that success. Portland, of course, have had their struggles in the past few seasons. They've had a lot of sub-500 seasons. Last season, they went 6-6. They're hoping to get above that hump, get themselves a winning season for the first time in franchise history. And hopefully, they can pull that off. It's going to be an exciting one here to close out Sunday night. We're looking forward to having you here on YouTube. Get things underway. Minnesota going to get the ball to start the first half of play. You see there on the top right side of your screen, Minnesota 6.5-point favorites with a 51.5 over-under. Ball is on the tee. Joey Robb to kick it off, and we're underway from Northwoods. Ball going to be taken at about the 1. And a little bit of a spin move goes nowhere as Adam Banks is going to return it for about 19 to the Minnesota 20. So about a 3-second touchback instead of a no-second touchback. And that's going to bring out Johnny Reno and this Minnesota offense.
Yeah, Johnny Reno coming out here to start this first drive to build off his that inaugural season from last season, looking in the gun formation here on this first play.
Yeah, starting with the gun, 3 wide receivers. Has 1 sidecar to the left. Gonna step back, had some time. Gonna take the short pass down the middle. It'll be caught. That is Jason France, the tight end, getting a quick 9 yards to set up a second and short. We'll introduce the rest of the Minnesota Legend offense. We've mentioned Johnny Reno. Colin Hart is the halfback. Chris Comisac comes from Canton. He takes the fullback position. Wide receivers are Buchanan Simons, Queeg Mom, Jay Taylor, and Adam Banks. Tight ends are Jason France, as aforementioned, alongside Christian Bachagalupi. Second down with the jumbo set. They're going to run up the middle with Colin. Excuse me, no, that's Comisac, the fullback. He makes the run. Gets to the 34 for a gain of 5 and a first down.
Yeah, first carry this time, as you stated, going to Chris Comisac, coming over from Canton in the offseason, getting the first carry and getting a nice first day on the move to chains early on in this first drive.
First conversion so far for the new set. They'll have 3 wide to the right here on first down. Bit of a high snap for Reno. In trouble. Gets it away. It will be a completion for 5 yards on the play. And that was Queeg Mom making the catch, getting brought down there by Mel Davis. They'll give us time to introduce the rest of the Portland defense. On the line, they've got a 3-4 setup. So on the line, Robert Brard, Louis Negron, and Jobu McSlim. Linebackers are Mel Davis, Joseph Lama, Brody Gulch, and Khalil Thomas. Your corners are Chris Stack, Derek Majors, and Leo Morris. Safeties are Bernard Smith and Dale McLean. And that one knocked away by Davis, puts it incomplete. That's going to bring up third down for Minnesota.
Yeah, inside linebacker Mel Davis just playing center field back there, able to get a big hand on that one and just knock it to the dirt, and a third down coming up.
First third down situation of the ball game for Minnesota. Going to have to get to the 44-yard line to move those chains. Reno with the shotgun, sidecar right. The 3 wide receivers. Quick step, throws down the middle. Big catch for another first down, and that's France once again moving the ball up, this time to the Minnesota 48.
Yeah, France already getting a second look here in this game and already proving a valuable weapon for Reno, just like he was last season, all season long, one of the top receivers for Reno.
First third down conversion of the game. Will set up in the offset eye for 1st and 10. Reno to step and throws right. And France again making the catch. Gets another 6-yard gain. Puts it in Portland territory. That is the 3rd reception of the day already for Jason France.
France last season coming off a 661-yard season receiving off of 48 receptions. Already got 3 in this one, as you stated.
Now going to the power eye for 2nd down and 4. They're going to hand it off to Comisac, but he is caught right behind the line. Nice job by Louis Negron getting through and making the stop. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, you would think that they're going to start handing the ball off to Colin Hart and see if he can get some positive yardage, but 2 handoffs to Comisac and that last one going for negative yardage. Not what they were looking for there.
One out here to a pro set with 2 wide for 3rd and 6. Oh, Reno with the quick pass. It's bobbled in the air. Somehow it's caught.
Wow.
Unbelievable hands by Jason France. Gets the ball to the 39 and an incredible 3rd down conversion.
Great wherewithal by France to follow that tip drill and land with the reception right there in his palms for a nice 1st down inside the 40-yard line.
Here's the handoff. First of the day for Colin Hart. Goes nowhere as Negron again filling the gaps there in the line. It'll be no gain, 2nd down.
Yeah, filling the gaps nicely, all with that big-bodied frame of his, just not allowing Hart to go anywhere on that one.
2nd and 10. Reno will be under center with 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right side. On the quick step, he'll check it down to Hart. He'll get a catch, shakes 1, and manages to get 9 on the play before he got brought down by Khalil Thomas. Nice gain of 9 yards for 3rd and 1.
And maybe that's what they got to get Hart more of, is those swing passes to the outside. Get him into some open field where he can have more open space and try to miss some tacklers.
Another one of those like that, and he'll get a 1st down for sure. 3rd and 1 from the 31. Reno, quick step, throws down the middle. Pass completed, and another pass to Jason France goes to the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and it's the first time for the red zone.
And I believe that's his 4th or 5th reception already on this drive, and that is just, I think that's, no, Quake Mayhem had one already in this reception, but already proven to be one of the top targets in this drive so far for Reno.
France so far 5 for 6 for 46 yards, and this is only the first drive of the ball game. 1st and 10 with twins to the left side. Reno throwing that direction. It'll be caught by Buchanan Simons. That'll be his first catch of the day. They'll set up a gain of 6 to bring up 2nd down at the 12.
Yep, there's Simons with his first catch of the season. Nice gain on that play for 6 yards, and 2nd and doable here on this play coming up.
This will be the 13th play of the drive, already halfway through the first quarter. Hand off to Comisac is going to be good for about 1. Ended up getting stuffed at the line by Joseph Lama, and that will bring up 3rd down and 3.
And we'll see if Portland can hold him to a field goal here and stop him here on this 3rd down play. That'd be big for this defense after this long drive by Minnesota to open up this game.
Crucial to get the 3rd down stop, but if anything, force a 1st and goal. Handoff, right side for Hart. He got brought down from behind by Brody Gulch. Nice stop on that play from the Portland defense. It'll be 4th and 2.
Yeah, big stop by Portland's defense, only allowing 1 yard on that run by Hart. Oh, they're going to go for it here. Let's see if they snap this. This would be big.
Yeah, we'll see if they pull the trigger on it. But look at the amount of time that it's taken off the clock. We're already looking at 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Play clock going down to 6, down to 5. Doesn't look like they're going to snap it here. And yeah, Minnesota will take their timeout. First one of the day.
Yeah, that's a really
and
good
you
point.
have to figure, they're probably going to bring out Mickey Melillo to kick the field goal.
Yeah, but that's a good point you made there. Nearly an 8-minute drive, like you stated, for Minnesota to start out this game, and then to only net 3 points out of it. That's a big win for Portland's defense, and for them to be wore out on that long drive, but then to still stand tall and not allow the 6.
They'll bring out Mickey Melillo to kick the field goal. This will be a 27-yard attempt from the right hash, and it is up and good. Mickey 16 for 17 last season. Already starting off this season 1 for 1. It'll be 3-0 with 4:11 to go in the first quarter. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information, you can visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Kickoff return here going to be at the 5-yard line. Leo Morris going to bring it out to the 26. Nice little 21-yard return. We'll bring out the Portland offense, being led by second-season quarterback Cyrus Jive.
Yeah, Cyrus Jive coming out for his first go at it on offense, and here in his, I believe, his second season in the league, trying to build off his good rookie campaign.
And they start with a run up the middle by Ezekiel Love, but he goes nowhere on that one. It'll be a gain of 1 with the stop by number 47, Axel Raven. Introducing the rest of the Portland offense, we've seen Cyrus Jive and Ezekiel Love. The fullback is Jacob Farmer. Wide receivers are Israel Adams, Benjamin Warner, and the undrafted rookie Ryan Davis. Tight end is Nelson Lozano Jr. On the line, you have Randy Fatt III, Jaden Taylor, and Jay Warren at left tackle, center, and right tackle. And that run from Ezekiel Love was enough to get basically 9 1/4, just enough to move the chains for a first down.
And we knew how strong of a runner Ezekiel Love is. Now, last season, almost running for 1,500 yards, good for second overall in the SFL on almost 300 carries. Also good for second with those 277. But Portland this season cannot be one-dimensional to be a 500 team again. To be stronger than that, they need to have a passing game this season.
Yeah, that's the third consecutive run there for Ezekiel Love. He gets 6 on that play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 4. We're already starting to see those concerns when you're seeing 3 consecutive runs in a row from Ezekiel. They're going to have to start varying things up a little bit. 2nd down and 4 with 2 wide receivers. Jive from under center. They hand it off, and oh, there you go. 4th run in a row for Ezekiel Love, and he's decimated for a 4-yard loss. Nice tackle there on the play from number 37, Derek Meerkat.
Yeah, and just goes to show what happens when you run it 4 times in a row. That defense starts inching up on that line, knowing what's going to come next, and you get a 4-yard loss. And definite passing situation here on 3rd and long.
Yeah, for 3rd down and 8, they're going to go with the old 2-2. Jive to throw. Down the middle, it'll be caught for a first down. Nice catch from Israel Adams. Puts the ball just into Minnesota territory for the first down.
And that was going to be one of my question marks for this season for Portland. Israel Adams coming off a 600 receiving yard campaign from last season. But which one of these 3 wide receivers was going to step up in the absence of Gene Valentine, who moved off in the offseason, their top receiver from last season. Good job by Israel Adams to get open and get that first down.
Hand it off to Love to the right side again, and this will be another loss, this time of 1 yard with the tackle by Johnny Bravo, one of the cornerbacks of Minnesota. The other cornerback of Minnesota is Cody Griffin. The safeties are Rick Evans, Daniel Wright, Tiga Clay, and Derek Meerkat. The linebackers, B.J. Loveless, Axel Raven, and Juan Mississippi. On the line is Angela Meerkat, Mark Mello, Buster Johnson, and Max Knight. Another run there, and that is Love getting back to the original line of scrimmage, and Portland now going into a no-huddle offense here on 3rd and 10. Jive to throw. Gonna go for the deep ball to the right side. Tipped up and incomplete, intended for Adams. Oh, that was some great coverage for Minnesota. That'll force a 4th down. It looks like that was Bravo there on the coverage.
Yeah, Bravo had excellent one-on-one coverage on Adams on that right side. Jive just needed a little bit more underneath that one to get that one past the defender, but nice tip and incomplete, setting up this 4th down.
We'll bring out Dominic Birkin to kick it away. He'll set up the punt. It'll be caught at about the 15. Not much on the return. They'll credit him with 3. And that'll set up Minnesota at the 18-yard line. Adam Banks having himself a pretty decent season on punt returns, averaging about 3 and change on the 31 returns he had last season. One of the most returns you had in the league.
Yeah, and he's going to look to build on that this season, I'm sure, to get a higher average on those returns, and maybe even get a couple of touchdowns under his belt.
Reno,
wow!
Action, another incredible catch. This one to Buchanan Simons, who was just in the right place at the right time, moving the chains for the legend.
Originally intended for Quig Mam on that inside slant pattern, tipped by, looked like that was Mel Davis, the linebacker, and found the hands of Buchanan Simons that was going right behind, the same pattern, but behind Quig Mam, and found his hands for a 1st down.
Ends up being a gain of 13 on the deflection. That pass completed to Bachagalupi. Makes his first catch of the day, and that'll bring up 6 more yards.
Yep, one of the best unique names we have here in the SFL, Christian Bachagalupi, with his first catch here in season 20. Throw it to the tight end, getting a good 6 yards and a 2nd and short.
Hopefully he'll have a little bit of a better season from last season. Only 13 receptions for 87 yards on that last go-around. This one pass completed. Oh, and Kamasak takes a big hit to close out the end of the 1st quarter. That will take us to the end of 1 here in St. Paul. The Legend currently leading up on the Fleet, 3-0. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music, here on YouTube. Back here at Northwood Stadium, Ethan Muslin and Nate Hall here on the call tonight. Just a little swing pass to Colin Hart is complete for another 6-yard gain. Nicely done there on the short pass, and set up 2nd down just near midfield.
That's already his 2nd completion out there in the flats in this game, and he's up to 15 yards now. So he's getting good yardage on those flat patterns when he does catch it. Look for Hart to utilize him more out there.
2nd and 10, 2 wide with 1 tight end to the right. And they will hand it off to Hart. He goes up the middle, gets a couple of yards. They'll say he's just past the midfield stripe. Mel Davis there to make the stop. Let's bring up 3rd down and 2 to go.
Let's see if they hand it to Hart again up the middle, or maybe even Kamasak. Kamasak's been getting decent yardage, a couple yards when they need it here and there.
They've only had about a handful on 3 attempts. Kamasak's longest going for 5. It's going to be a throw to Reno. Down the middle. Nice caught into coverage. Good for the 1st down. Gets another 15 yards to Jason France.
At this rate, France is going to have well over double-digit receptions in this ballgame, already with his 6 on his 7th target. Getting that one good for a 1st down, just running down the seam on that pattern down to the 35-yard line, catching it in front of the coverage and getting that nice 1st down.
That was good awareness from Reno to see France open with the defender behind him. Great opportunity to advance that ball, and again, got 15 yards on it. So now 1st and 10 at the 35. Power I formation for Reno. He's going to swing it out, right side for Hart. He's got room down the right sideline, tried to spin back in, and only got to about the 26 for a gain of 8. and end up getting tackled there from Dale McClain. Bring up 2nd and short.
See what they do here. That's one thing about getting into 2nd and shorts. Your playbook gets to be wide open. It looks like it's going to be a run formation, but they can do a number of things from this formation, so we'll see.
And the offset eye for 2nd and 2. They're going to hand off to Kamasak, but he only gets back to the line. Maybe gets a little bit more there before being brought down. That's number 97 of Portland. That's Don Zepp making that tackle. Now it's going to be 3rd and very short.
Definitely want to convert here, though, and not be stuck into another field goal situation if you're Minnesota. Try to get this yard.
We got France to the left side on the tight end spot. 2 wide receivers. Going to be a handoff. Oh, but he's short!
Oh, man.
The handoff to Hart is just stopped short of the line to gain. That is a great defensive stop by Khalil Thomas. It'll be 4th and 1, and you have to figure they're probably going to bring out Mickey for the field goal, and they will.
I thought they might have given him the first down. I thought he got past that first line marker to gain. But they're saying Khalil Thomas stopped him short. I think that was a bad spot.
Be about a 42-yarder. It is up and through. That's another one for Mickey. He's 2 for 2 on the day. That'll make it 6-0 Minnesota as that field goal caps off a 10-play, 56-yard drive.
Well, once again, Portland's defense standing tall and getting the stop when they need it to only hold Minnesota to 3 on 2 consecutive drives. This one not as time consuming as that first one by far, but still holding the 3 instead of 6.
It's still a considerable amount of time as the return here is brought up to the 24-yard line. Looking at the time of possession for Minnesota, they pretty much own an entire quarter of football right now. So far, they total up about 11 minutes and 3 seconds of time of possession compared to 3 minutes 7 for Portland. They're going to have to really hold on to the football here if they want to have any chance of advancing down and getting a score here. 1st down and 10. Jive with 3 wide to the left. They're going to throw it right to Love. And he shakes one tackle but cannot get around the other. That'll be a tackle there from Juan, Mississippi. And this makes it a gain of 8.
But that time, Ezekiel Love shows you what kind of strength he has to get out of the grasp of B.J. Loveless through that broken tackle on that right side before he's eventually tackled after getting that 8-yard gain.
Looks like Portland's flipped it around here. They've got 3 receivers to the right, and they'll do that. Pass here is completed, and that's Nelson Lozano Jr. making his first grab of the day. Brings it up to the Portland 41 and another 1st down.
And we are on watch for Nelson Lozano Jr. in this game. He's about 87 yards away from 2,000 in his career with the Portland Fleet, so a few yards shorter than that now with that 9-yard gain, so he's less than 80 yards away from that milestone.
Inching ever closer here. Pass here to the left side, completed. That is Israel Adams just getting out of bounds to the 45 for a 5-yard gain.
Nice little route that Israel ran there for a 5-yard gain, setting up 2nd and medium. And Portland now with Jive at the helm, moving the ball nicely on this 2nd drive.
Jive so far 4 for 5 for those 35 yards. 2nd and 5 here with the jumbo I formation. They're going to hand off to Love, left side. Going to get tackled right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, as the tackle is made by Cody Griffin, who comes up from the corner spot to make the play.
And I think they're going to be willing to, as a defense, Minnesota is going to be willing to live and die by defending the passing game defending the running game of Portland as much as possible, and let Jive's arm beat him if necessary.
And that time the arm does beat them as Adams makes another great catch, puts the ball in Minnesota territory for another 1st down.
Israel Adams with his third catch on 4 targets now, getting the ball down to the 40-yard line. Another first down for Jive and the Portland offense.
Marks the third down efficiency. That's the first second third down conversion excuse me, of the day for Portland. They're going to start with 2 wide receivers. Jive on the quick step. As a short pass right at the marker to gain. It's another first down. This one to Nelson Lozano Jr. Gets himself another set of 12 yards.
And that was a nice little sidearm throw that time by Jive to get that ball over to Nelson Lozano Jr. Nice pass, nice catch by Lozano, and then equals a nice first down to get that.
Wing pass
game.
here to Love. Oh! Was out, but picked up by the offense. It looks like that was who was that? That was number 68, Jay Warren, formerly of Atlanta, picking up the football. Saving the day for Portland. Jive going to swing it out to Love again. He'll hold on to it this time. Get down to the 20. Gets a gain of 8 on that one. It'll be 3rd and 3. Portland going no huddle now. Staying in that 3 wide to the right. Swings out to Love again. He'll get the first down. A little bit more. Pops up to the 11. Looks like they're feeling comfortable with this set. They're going to keep going.
They found something that works. Why go away from it at this point?
Jive the throw. Here's the swing to Love. He's got room at the 10 to the 5. Down. He's in.
Oh, wow.
Portland.
Ezekiel Love getting the pass from out in the flats. Jive finding him wide open out there. He doesn't even get touched until about the 3, and then he just fends his way around the tacklers on his way into the end zone. 6 points for Portland, 1 point away from taking the first lead of the game. And how big now does those 2 field goal drives for Minnesota look after the Portland defense stops?
That was a very, very close one. If you saw there on the replay from the overhead, it almost looked like Ezekiel Love's foot was heading out of bounds, but it didn't touch. And that ends up making the difference between getting out of bounds at the 2 and scoring 6 points. Ooh, boy, that's an exciting finish to that drive. 3 plays. Excuse me. That drive going 10 plays, 72 yards, finishing with that 10-yard touchdown pass, giving Portland a 7-6 lead with 4:09 to go here in the second. Kick on the way here will be taken back by Adam Banks. Tackled up to the 25 and brought down to the 29-yard line. If you're liking this game so far, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of the SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you to everybody out there in the SFL community for helping us reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. 10 years, man. That is unbelievable. Reno here on the swing pass to Hart. It'll be completed up to the 35. He'll get up to the 36-yard line for a gain of 7 before getting brought down by Bernard Smith.
Yeah, Bernard Smith with the tackle there. The 4th of the game. And a nice play out there to stop Hart before they were able to get that first down.
Reno so far only has the 1 mistake. 15 for 16 so far. Handoff to the left side for Hart. That'll put it into Portland territory down to the 45. Great run from Colin Hart. Keeps the drive alive, and that's a great momentum shifter.
Good thing Mel Davis was there to stop him, where else Hart would be running still. But nonetheless, great blocks off that left-hand side for Hart to run all the way down to Portland territory to, as you stated, shift that momentum into Minnesota's favor. They just have to capitalize now on that great run by Hart.
After that big gain, Reno's going to throw to the right side. Open receiver on the jump. Great catch from Adam Banks. Puts it to the 25. Boy, oh boy, you were talking about momentum shifting. They went from one big play to another.
And that that corner out there, or the safety, I guess, Dale McLean, the strong safety, just caught out of position on that pattern by Adam Banks, and ended up being wide open on that out pattern and able to jump up, get that snag for the first down to the 25-yard line.
Gone from a 19-yard run to a 20-yard pass. That one's not going to go anywhere, unfortunately, as that run for Colin Hart ends up being a loss of 3. Let's go to Indianapolis real quick. Cameron Irvine's got a game break.
Thank you, Even. Indy was rolling for most of the first half. However, just before the end of the first half, Andrew Francis gets a pick 6 for Florida. They are starting the third quarter now. Indy up 14-10 on the score.
Thank you, Cam, as that pass there to Banks is completed. Gets them back down to the 17 now for 3rd down and 2 coming up.
Yeah, last 2 completions going Adam Banks' way, starting to get on a roll now.
And that's going to bring us over to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Minnesota trailing 7-6, but they are pushing themselves real good here. They might get themselves a couple quick points. On 3rd down and 2, they're going to have 2 tight ends to the left side, 1 to the right. Reno's adjusting the play right now. Play clock down to 15. Looks like a bit of a nickel set for Portland. Oh, but they were ready for the adjustment as Kamasak cannot get anywhere. It's a loss on the play. Tackle there from Louis Negron.
Yeah, that was a big tackle right there, setting up this field goal attempt now for Melillo. And once again, bend don't break here is the theme of the first half for Portland's defense, doing a good job here.
Yeah, it's what they call the bend but don't break off defense, and they're doing pretty well here. Mickey's gonna kick one for about 35 yards right down the middle. About a minute 20 to go here in the half. Kick up on the way. It is good. That will give Minnesota a 9-7 lead with about a minute 16 to go here in the half. If you want in-depth statistics all night long, visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for info about the league and its 28 teams, to see all the league records, stats, leaderboards, and rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. Last drive there for Minnesota. 7 plays, 53 yards. Finishing off with that field goal. You're kind of seeing the pattern forming here as Minnesota's taking fewer and fewer plays to get down the field. That run there from Leo Morris going to put Portland down at the 23.
We'll just have to see how aggressive Portland is here with a minute 12 left until halftime. You would have to think Cyrus Drive is going to take some shots and get Israel Adams involved in the passing game. Maybe get Benjamin Warner some looks also, who's been held without a look here in the first half.
Yeah, they're probably going to try to get some points on the board. They do get the ball to start the second half. Ezekiel Love running to his left side. Has room. Gets down to the 30 to the 40.
Look out!
Ups up to the 50. He's got space. He's got room. He's going to go 77 yards. Touchdown, Portland.
Wow. One play is all Love needed on that drive. Just followed his blockers, bounced on the outside, and turned on the Jets. We knew he was explosive coming into this season because of his stats from last season. After he got past those initial blockers, he just turned on the afterburners, and he was gone. 77 yards to the house. 6 points, retake the lead just like that.
Yeah, that's an amazing play. Got to give some love to Jacob Farmer and Randy Fatt III out there giving the blocks for Ezekiel Love. Pushing Love out to that left side, and then all of a sudden it was just daylight and speed, and he was out of here. Extra point on the way for Joey Robb. It is up and through. That'll now make it a 14-9 ball game with exactly 60 seconds to go here in the first half. So now Minnesota on the trailing end at the end of the first half. They kick the ball away to start the second. They're going to have to get some points on the board. get a little bit of momentum before going into the half.
Yeah, that shows how quickly things can turn here in the SFL in the blink of an eye. Minnesota thought they might have had the lead going into the halftime break. Now they're going to look to, as you stated, try to get some positive momentum going their way with less than a minute now until halftime. Try to get some more points on the board before they go into the break.
Yeah, Banks doing a pretty good job of that so far, bringing the ball out to the Minnesota 30, so that'll give them some decent field position to start this drive. Would not be surprised to see Reno throw a few bombs here. Get things moving. Twin set to the right side. Pistol set for Reno. Builds quick step, throw right side. It'll be completed. Simons will get it for a gain of 6. Minnesota going to go no huddle now.
Yeah, I like this aggressiveness out of Minnesota. Get this first down, get as many plays in as possible.
This time throwing left side. Will be caught by Komisak. He'll get the first down up to the 45. Calls the 46. Play continues to run. Clock continues to run. 30 seconds to go. Reno resets. Looking to throw. Down the middle is completed, and they will take a timeout. One more to go. They'll stop the clock with 22 seconds. Taylor getting the ball down into Portland territory, down to 37.
And Jay Taylor got nailed after catching that one, getting it down the middle, but he got his first reception of the ball game at just the right time. They are on the fringes of field goal range, and having one timeout still, they have plenty of time here with 22 seconds, and they can use all the field still to try to get some points here.
The 17-yard gain for Jay Taylor on his first catch of the day. Reno's changing the play up here. With 2 tight ends to the right. Feels quick step. Quick pass down the middle. Completed to France. That'll be good for 8. And they're going to go back into the no huddle. Now 13 seconds to go. Reno on the step. Throwing deep to the left side. It's Taylor. And Minnesota will take their final timeout with 7 seconds to go.
Jay Taylor said, "I like hearing my name so much, I'm going to make a spectacular one-handed catch along the left-handed side and hear my name called again." What a nice catch down that side of the field to set up a 1st and goal from the 4. And I think they're going to go for the 3 points, though, now. They called their last timeout. I don't think they have time to run another play.
You're absolutely right there. They will go ahead and send out Mickey to kick the field goal. This will be about, we'll call this about 20 and a half. They'll probably call it 21 yards from the left hash to make it a 2-point game. It's a good snap, good hold. It's up, and it's good. That'll make it 14-12. Minnesota's drives, they have not had any punts, but they have made 4 consecutive field goals in all of their drives. They now hold a 2-point deficit on Portland.
Yeah, but no touchdowns, and that's what the difference is in this ball game. So Portland's defense doing their job so far.
Mickey to kick this out. And this will be returned up the middle. Clock going to run out. And it will, so that will be Morris's run up to the Portland 25. But they'll have to do it again in just a few moments as we reach the end of the first half. Pretty good first half for both squads. They've been getting into the red zone, but Portland's been able to find the end zone twice. They lead the Legend 14-12. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on YouTube. Take a breather. We'll be right back.
The of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Welcome back to Northwood Stadium here in St. Paul, Minnesota. Ethan Muslin, Nate Hall on the call tonight. It's 14-12. Portland leading on Minnesota. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. Leo Morris going to bring it up to the 25-yard line. So after one half, both teams looking very, very good on both sides of the ball. Minnesota's been able to get into the red zone more times than Portland, but Portland's been able to find pay dirt more often than not.
Right, and Ezekiel Love getting into the end zone both times. But Reno only throwing one incompletion and not making any mistakes so far. However, they haven't gotten in the end zone, as you stated.
Jive just got leveled there. It's a loss of 6 with the tackle there from Mark Mello, bringing in sack number 1 of the season.
Yeah, Mark Mello just bull rushing that offensive lineman and making his way back in the offensive backfield and making acquaintances back there with Cyrus Jive for the first time tonight. Hopefully, he's hoping that he'll get more looks at multiple sacks here in this ball game.
Yeah, he got around. That was Tim Jones, the left guard, setting up the loss of 6. Handoff to Love is only going to get a couple of yards on the play. Excuse me. And that's going to set up a 3rd and long. But Love has been having himself a pretty decent day. He had that long 77-yard run. Aside from that, he's been doing himself pretty well so far.
Yeah, he's got about 90 yards on the ground and now 92 yards on 9 carries.
This pass here completed from Jive. That'll go to Lozano. But unfortunately not going to go enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, 4th down here, not enough for the 1st down on that completion to Lozano. So Minnesota's defense steps up with a nice stop on 3rd down, getting the ball back to their offense for their first time after the halftime break.
Punt is away from Birkin. This will be taken by Banks. Fair caught at the 33-yard line. There is so much more to do here in the SFL than just being a player. You can join our Discord server and check out content for teams and about the league created by the community. Participate in pick-up games, play SFL fantasy football, and even test your skills in the survivor pool. To join our server, visit simulationfl.net and click on the Discord icon in the menu. The SFL community currently 2,000 strong. We'll see you there. Pass here from Marino, right side to be caught by Hart, and he'll be pushed out of bounds for the 1st down. Ends up getting 11 when Khalil Thomas pushed him away.
Yeah, we're seeing a pattern here in this ball game. Hart has more yardage in the receiving game so far tonight than he does in the rushing game. He's only got 19 yards on 6 carries on the ground, but he's got wide open spaces so far tonight through the air. Getting that last gain for a nice 1st down out in the flats for his 5th reception.
1st and 10 here with the offset I formation. 1 receiver to the left. Reno on the deep step. Gonna throw it down the middle. As the open receiver, it's caught there from Jay Taylor. That's his 3rd catch of the day. He's already up to 61 yards as that one completed for 20.
Yeah, Jay Taylor had those last 2... one of the last 2 receptions on that last field goal drive of the first half, picking up where he left off there with another nice completion, as you stated, for 20 yards on that nice slant inside pattern over the middle, getting the ball already inside the 40-yard line.
Reno set up in the shotgun here for 1st and 10. He's going to take the quick pass to Bachikalupi. Oh, and he takes a big hit there from Chris Stack, but ends up going down for a gain of 7. Let's head back to Indy for a game break with Cameron Irvine.
Thank you, Ethan. Florida answers with another big play against Indianapolis. Ron Cochran this time to E.J. Minson, and he breaks a tackle, and see you later. Tie game at 17 in the 3rd in Indy. Close one where you guys are as well. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Cam. That catch made by Jason France. Another 1st down. Going to bring it down just outside of the Portland red zone. Minnesota hoping to hit the end zone for the first time tonight. But again, all of their drives have resulted in points.
Yeah, and they're looking to hit pay dirt here on this drive for sure. But whoever had Jason France as their tight end on their fantasy team is really happy right now with 80 yards on his receiving day so far.
And there's another
here on that reception. Wow.
Yeah, getting another 12 yards on that one. Jason France closing in on the century mark in yards gained. Brings up 1st and goal at the 9.
Making a name for himself here tonight. Another 1st down and with a 1st and goal inside the 10.
Gonna go with a jumbo pro set. They're gonna hand it off to Komisak. Up the middle! Touchdown, Minnesota!
He was not even touched until he found his way at the goal line into the end zone. What a run by Komisak up the middle, just following his blocks along that offensive line. Just look at the wall that the offensive line built for him. Right up the middle. Too easy all the way to hit pay dirt. 6 points. And we talked about it all night. Finally, Minnesota breaks that curse that they had all evening, and they find the pay dirt into the end zone for 6 instead of a field goal.
That drive finishing up with 6 plays, 67 yards with the 9-yard touchdown run from Komisak. Belittle to kick the extra point. It is up and through. It'll make it a 19-14 game with 7:07 to go in the third quarter. So far today, we've only had 2 punts from both of these squads, and they both come from Portland. One of them being from a 9-play drive, the other one being a 3-and-out to start the second half.
Yeah, Minnesota hasn't punted at all in that last drive for Minnesota. Shortest drive of the day for them. Well, only a 6-play drive. So a very quick and very efficient drive to get them into the end zone.
And Morris will take that run up to the 26, hopefully to help Portland give themselves a better chance to answer and take the lead right back. Both teams doing pretty well so far, but in terms of total yardage, right now Minnesota's nearly lapped Portland. 312 total offense for the legend. The Fleet only having 180 so far. Jive going to pass here to Love. It's bobbled and incomplete. Oh, little trouble with the hands game there. And a little nice some coverage there from Johnny Bravo to break up the play.
Yeah, that was highly dangerous too, because had Bravo stuck with the ball instead of the player trying to catch it, he might have had 2 hands on it to pick that off and run it into the end zone.
That also marks only the 3rd incompletion this entire game. Jive only has 2, Reno only has 1. Jive to hand off to Love, up the middle, going to get some yards on it. He gets enough for the first down. They're going to mark him right at the 37. That's 10.5 for Zeke.
And that'll put Zeke over the century mark with 103 officially on 10 carries, averaging over 10 per carry, with those 2 touchdowns total, 1 on the ground and 1 through the air. Over 130 yards total all-purpose. So he's just having a phenomenal night right now.
Absolutely. Trips to the left here for 1st and 10. Jive with the quick step. Going to throw to Love to the right side. It's room to the right down to the 48. Another first down. Another gain of 11 on that pass.
And it's not all just Love either. It's Jive throwing the ball out there to Love in a spot where Love can catch it, and not just catch it, but run with momentum down the field to get that first down and move the chains.
Closing in on Minnesota territory, and that will make it happen officially, as that is the first pass of the day to Benjamin Warner. Going to bring it down to the legend 44 for a gain of 9.
Yeah, Warner will be happy to have that under his belt for his first catch and reception of the season for a 9-yard gain, setting up to 2nd and 1.
Warner had himself a pretty decent last season. 54 receptions, 606 yards. Did not score a touchdown, though. Hopefully, we'll get that changed up this season as Love gets caught in the backfield by Mello. And it'll be a loss of about a yard to bring up 3rd and 3.
Yeah, that was Mello's 2nd tackle of the game, and also his 2nd tackle for loss. That's his first one was a sack on the quarterback, so having himself a night as well.
They're down in 3, trips to the left, 1 to the right. Looks like they got Love in the backfield. Jive on the short pass. Tip. No, it's caught!
Wow.
Oh, I thought for a second the defender had it, but no, it got into the hands of Warner, and it's a first down at the Minnesota 35.
I really hope they show a replay of this. I don't think they will, though, but I do think that was tipped by the linebacker, but it did find the hands of Warner on the way to get that first down.
That was B.J. Loveless getting in the way of that one by the looks of it. Oh, that one is incomplete. That one definitely knocked down by Daniel Wright. As Jive was trying to go for the deep ball there, intended for Israel Adams. They'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, good positioning, good spying of the quarterback by Daniel Wright. He was coming from the opposite direction, reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way to get in the path of that pass to be able to come in there and knock it down.
2nd down and 10. 2 tight ends to the left, 1 receiver right. They're going to hand off to Love. He gets left side, has a block. Didn't go to the outside that time, though, but it gets brought down by Wright for a gain of 5. 3rd and 5 setting up now.
Yeah, and we'll see if Minnesota can do what Portland's been doing on defense all night, and that's get Minnesota's defense to force a 4th down coming up.
They're going to go trips right here. Jive going to swing it out to Love left side. And he cannot shake the tackle of Juan, Mississippi. He's going to be marked short of the line to gain. 4th down and 2. Probably going to see Joey Robb come out to kick the field goal, make this a 2-point game.
Yeah, I would say so. Robb will probably come out to attempt this field goal. Make it a 1-possession game. Way too early to go for it here in the 3rd quarter.
It's going to be about a 43-yard attempt from the left hash. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on its way. It is good. That'll make it a 19-17 game. Just about 3:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Boy, that was just a beautiful kick right down the stripe.
Can't get any more perfect than that. That was, yeah, pretty much right down the middle of the 2 posts. Robb had perfect accuracy on that one.
Joey Robb last season went perfect with a 23 for 23. So that streak will continue for Joey Robb as this run out from Adam Banks is going to bring it up to the 25-yard line. The SFL is back with the biggest games and the best coverage of the Simulation Football League every Monday night all season long. Join Cameron Irvine, Paul Sarp, and SFL content creators for This Week in the SFL pregame, taking you around the league with highlights, analysis, interviews, hot takes, and more. Then settle in to watch the San Diego Mavericks take on the London Knights. That all starts 7 p.m. Eastern, Monday night, right here on the SFL YouTube. Hand off to Hart, and he drags a couple defenders with him up to the 33-yard line for a gain of 8. Nice little hold on there from McLean to try to make that stop.
Yeah, McLean was in there. Another defender was in there as well. But Hart able to get that spin move and get pushed forward for another couple of extra yards before he got dragged down, setting up the 2nd and short. Nice gain on that 1st down run.
Looked like that was McLean and Zepp both there to make the play. And here's a jumbo package for Minnesota. Really showing off that run. No, they're going to go for the throw. Reno throwing left. Going to get it to Hart. Gets enough for the 1st down to the 40. And just out of bounds at the 50. Great little fake there. Going with the jumbo set. Ends up throwing it to Hart, who gets to midfield for the 1st.
Yeah, and get wide open. Out. Nobody on the defense out there covering that flat route. Perfect play call on that 2nd and short play as Portland was expecting to run all the way, and a big gain off that left-hand side down the sidelines, get that 1st down up to midfield.
Right at the midfield stripe. After that last play, went for about 17 yards. 1st and 10 from the Jumbo Pro. They're going to hand off to Comisac, who will get 6. And he got brought down there from Derek Majors. Gets it inside Portland territory for 2nd down.
Yeah, and as long as they keep it at a 2nd and medium, they'll be able to pretty much do whatever they want here on offense to try to get 1st downs.
On 2nd and 4, Portland looks to be in a bit of a nickel package. Reno in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers. The throw down the middle, pass completed. And that's another one to Jason France. Going to be good for the first down up to the 34. That should be for about a gain of 6 or so. No, excuse me, it's a gain of 10 because that puts France over the century.
Yeah, it does. That'll give him over 100 yards on the day on 10 receptions. A nice gain for him, 102 receiving yards now on that first down catch.
Oh, but Colin Hart having himself a bit of struggle here on the ground. That's a loss of 3, courtesy of Brody Gulch. And what a way to get your 500th tackle in your career, a tackle for loss.
Yeah, that's a big milestone to get for Brody Gulch, and that's congrats to him on that, and big way to get that for a tackle for loss on that play.
Reno to throw on 2nd and long. It'll be completed. Looks like that's Taylor that's Banks with the catch. Getting his 3rd of the day. That's another 9-yard gain for 3rd and short.
And one thing we haven't really talked about or touched on is he has Reno has found all of his wide receivers and tight ends in this ball game. Of course, France being his top target there, but he has found all of his receivers.
There's France once again, getting another catch there for the first down. Going to bring it to the 18-yard line. Now inside the Portland red zone.
And France just continuing his monster night through the air on receptions with his 11th on 12 targets. All he needs now to cap it is a touchdown. They are in the red zone. Let's see if they target him down here.
1st and 10 from the 18. 2 receivers, 2 in the backfield. Reno, quick step. Gonna throw it out to Comisac. Holds it with one hand and absolutely gets pummeled by Derek Majors. Gets the 5-yard gain, and that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Time for some 4s, 12s, 86s, and 68s in the chat, everybody. We got 11 more minutes of football to play tonight, and the Legend are leading at 19-17. You're watching the SFL, presented by APM Music on YouTube. Back here at Northwood Stadium in St. Paul, there's going to be a free play for Minnesota. They're going to wheel it out to Hart, who's going to get the first down and a little bit more. He'll get brought down to the 2-yard line. Got to figure they're probably going to take the yards on that one to set up 1st and goal.
It would be 1st and goal either regard, but they're going to take the yards because it'd be at the 2 instead of the 7 or 8. So they'll definitely take the yards here and set up a nice spot to try to get this touchdown.
That penalty charged against Robert Brar, but it will be declined. It'll be 1st down and goal for the Legend on the Portland 2-yard line. Portland had themselves some pretty good goal line stands, finishing Minnesota's drives with field goals. Gonna have to hope for one here. 2 receivers right, offset eye, hand off to Hart, left side, he's into the end zone, touchdown Minnesota!
On that last drive, Comisac got the rushing touchdown. This time, Hart gets his first rushing touchdown of the season, getting a nice little run off that left-hand side and not touched on his way into the end zone, just like Comisac wasn't touched. And 2 touchdowns on 2 consecutive drives, and now Minnesota's starting to pull away here early in the 4th quarter.
That last Legend drive, 10 plays, 72 yards, finishing with the 2-yard touchdown run for Hart. Breaking the pattern that they had been having for the last few drives, where they were slowly diminishing the number of plays they had. Again, going back to the double-digit drives as the extra point is up and through to make it 26-17 with just 10.5 to go here in the 4th quarter. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Morris going to take this from the 2, ends up getting about 24 on the return. Going to set the fleet up at the 26-yard line. So Portland now down by 2 scores. going to have to find the end zone here, and their defense is going to have to really step up here in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. They've allowed 2 touchdown drives in a row after being so stout on defense early on in this game, and now their offense is going to have to step up in a big way late.
Dive hit as he threw, and it's incomplete. Nice pressure there from Buster Johnson to wrap up Jive before he has time to get that ball away.
Yeah, Buster Johnson making his presence felt in a big way in that offensive backfield. Unfortunately, unable to get the sack, but causing that ball to hit the dirt and definitely causing that incompletion there to set up second down.
Second down and 10, I formation with 2 receivers. Jive on the quick step, has some time in the pocket. He'll lateral it back to Love, who cannot get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 2 with the tackle from Johnny Bravo. That's been kind of interesting to see. The corners have been really pressuring the quarterbacks and the line.
Yeah, they have been really blitzing off the corners in this ball game, more so than we're used to seeing. We'll just have to see if that continues.
Love going to get the run here, managing to get the first down. Gets himself to the 37 and a gain of 14. A big third down conversion there for the Fleet.
Usually on 3rd and long, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13, we're used to seeing a passing play, but when you have Love in your backfield, who can pick up big chunks of yards at a time, definitely you can trust in him to follow his blockers just like he did on that play and pick up first down and move the chains.
Keeps the drive alive for Portland. Have Jive in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Plenty of time, going to get down the middle. It'll be completed. That is to number 85 of Portland. That is the secondary tight end, Kyle Griswold, who ends up getting the 8-yard gain.
Griswold coming in and getting a reception here off of the pass from Jive, getting a good 8 yards, setting up a second and short.
Into the power I formation. They'll hand it off to Love, left side. He'll get the first down, crosses midfield, and drags a couple defenders with him to get to the Minnesota 46. That was Buster Johnson alongside Cody Griffin having to make that stop on Zeke. And it's not surprising you're trying to stop one of the best running backs in the league.
Yeah, but Zeke had a big opening on that left-hand side, and one more well-timed spin move, he might still be running at this point.
Dive to throw here on 1st and 10. In a little bit of trouble. Gets it away, and it's incomplete. Coverage from both on the line and on the receivers. Gets that play broken up for second down.
Yeah, Wright was back there in coverage on that play. Good coverage by the defense to set up the second down. A well-timed hit in that secondary as that ball was getting to the receiver.
Back to a jumbo package, I formation for 2nd and 10. Minnesota looking to put a little pressure. They'll back it off. Jive going to screen it out to Love, but he is wrapped up immediately. And again, being taken down by Johnson and Griffin. It's a loss of 4 on the reception. Not the way you're wanting to go for Portland, because you gotta get back into enemy territory.
Yeah, and you don't know. I don't know. It was 3rd and 13 last time, and Love picked up first down. I don't know, at 3rd and 14, you would hand it off here to Love. We'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
We have 3 wide and 2 in the backfield. Jive on the quick step. Will throw. And it's deflected and incomplete. Rick Evans got his hands up and swatted it down. And that will force Portland to bring out the punt unit.
And great defense by Rick Evans. They were looking to go to Israel Adams on that inside slant pattern. But Rick Evans with the nice coverage and a great deflection on that 3rd down play, bring up 4th down, and looked like Portland was going to go on a nice drive there, but it stalled out, and they're going to have to kick the ball over to Minnesota.
Yeah, they ended up with about 25 yards on the drive, ending up in this punt. Oh, nearly getting blocked there, as it will be taken at the 18. They'll get about 1 on the return to set up Minnesota at the 19-yard line. The first divisional games of Season 20 kick off next Friday night. First, the Atlanta Swarm, fresh off a win over Seattle, heads over to Florida to take on the rival Storm at 8 p.m. Eastern. Later in the hour, Alamo City plays its first SFL game in San Antonio since 2018 when the Artillery faced the Toros in Fort Worth. Don't miss a minute of the 13-game slate of Week 2 starting Friday night on the SFL YouTube. Reno on the quick pass is caught by France, hit immediately as he made the catch. Going to be a gain of 8 yards with the tackle from number 28 of Portland. If I'm remembering my numbers correctly, that's Brian Evans.
Yeah, a good tackle, but a nice catch over the middle there to set up a second and short. Minnesota's goal now, I think, halfway through the fourth quarter is just try to eat up as much clock as possible and leave Portland struggling to come back in this game.
Brody Gulch there making the stop on Colin Hart, but not before he got the first down up into the Minnesota 34. Another move of the chains. That's going to keep the clock running now with 7 minutes to go.
You see the numbers there for France in this ball game, now well over 100 yards receiving, up to 120 officially on 12 receptions.
Reno going to step back here for first down. Checks it down to Hart and gets the play for about a yard before stepping out of bounds. This is that big 2nd and 9.
And that'll be Hart's 9th reception of the ball game now. 76 yards receiving for him in the ball game. Definitely well over his ground total of 26 on 9 carries. So they're utilizing him more in the pass game for sure tonight.
It's been a very pass-heavy game for Minnesota in all facets. And there's another one completed to Banks. Going to bring it up to the 47-yard line. Another first down. They're just moving this chains. Another 14-yard gain there.
Well, yeah, on top of your point, when you got a quarterback who's completing 97% of his passes with only one incompletion on 38 attempts and almost 400 yards, I think that's safe to say is pretty pass-heavy.
Another pass here to Reno, going to be caught by France. Another 10 yards to move the chains. Another first down. And the clock continues to run with less than 6 minutes to go.
And who else but Jason France? This time it's on the right side of that out route and picking up another 10 plus yards on that pattern.
So far, Jason France the only one to have any sort of trouble with the one incompletion. There's another one to France as this one goes down to the 28-yard line. Another first down, another gain of 13.
And the fantasy players who had him on their squad just get richer, as he's 145 now total in receiving yards.
And looking at Johnny Reno, he's been doing pretty well in the fantasy stats too. 39 of 40, 392 yards of passing. Another good pass like that, he'll make it to 400. This one caught by Hart, but that one goes for a loss on the play. That'll be -1 with the tackle from Brody Gulch.
One negative, though, I think, if you're a fantasy owner of these two players, I mean, if there's a negative to be found out of those yardage that they've gained, is that neither of those two players has any touchdowns to their record. So we'll see if they can change that on this drive.
Pass completed to Taylor. It'll be good for 5 as he gets wrapped up at the 24 by Leo Morris. That's his first tackle of the day so far. And now that'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Jay Taylor with his 4th reception of the day, getting a good 4 yards, bring up this 3rd down situation. Portland, in the worst way, I think, at this point, needs to get a stop to force the field goal attempts here.
At the very least, keep it a 2-score game. We can bring it to 12 rather than anything higher. From the shotgun, 3 wide receivers for Reno. Tight end to the left side. Play clock winding down to 3. They make the snap. Reno with time down the middle.
No.
It's tipped and incomplete. That is only the 2nd incompletion of the day for Johnny Reno. That pass intended for Adam Banks, and they're going to bring out Mickey to kick the field goal.
I thought Adam Banks was going to be able to hold on to that one, but the defense had once again had a well-timed hit on Adam Banks to jar that ball loose and make it fall to the turf and make it incomplete, setting up this 4th down field goal attempt from Mickey Melillo.
This will be a 40-yard attempt. Mickey so far 4 for 4. This will make it 5, and it's up and good. Now a 29-17 game with 3:52 to go here in the 4th quarter. Portland down 12, can score a couple touchdowns to get back in this game, but they're probably going to need an onside kick if they can make it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely need an onside kick if they score a touchdown on this next possession. But we're talking so much about fantasy on that last drive between France and Reno. How about if you had a kicker on your squad by the name of Mickey Melillo? 5 for 5 on the day today. Definitely winning in a kicking squad if you have him on your team.
Forrest going to bring that ball from the goal line up to the 25. Tried to start going around a little bit, see if he could get some edge, but didn't work out on that one, unfortunately. So Portland will start from their own 25, 75 yards to score the touchdown and make it a 1-score game. See if they can pull this off. 1st and 10. Jive is going to be in the shotgun. He's got 2 and 2 to the left and right. Going to check it down to Love. Gets it with one hand. Going to bring it up for the 1st down. Do they give it to him? Yes, they do. It's a gain of 11. Portland going to go no huddle. Probably the right idea here. Have as many wideouts to get it. Here's the snap. Bit of a low snap there, but Love will make the catch. He steps out of bounds. It's a loss of 1, but it does stop the clock with 3:26.
He might have been better served just letting that one fall incomplete instead of losing a yard. But either way, it does stop the clock, and they get to reset and call a new play. But they definitely need to score here on this drive.
Absolutely. Going back to that 2 and 2 set. It's a dime package for Minnesota. Guy from the shotgun. Bit of a side snap, and he'll get it off to Love. Left side. He'll have room to run, and he will step out of bounds. It'll be a 10-yard gain, just short of the line to gain. It'll be 3rd down from the 44.
Yeah, they just a 10-yard gain there, and needing this 3rd and 1 here to move the chains. I would even say your playbook is wide open still, but staying, if you get this 1st down by running, just go back to the no huddle.
Going to the I formation here for 3rd and 1. Jive to throw. Up the middle. It's nearly intercepted by Juan, Mississippi, but it ends up falling incomplete. Now it's 4th down and 1 on the Portland 44. You got to figure they're going to go for it.
Oh yeah, at this point in the ball game, you have to go for it here on 4th and 1. I would say this is probably ball game at this point of the game with almost 3 minutes left.
4th down and 1. Jive to throw. Pump fakes it. Goes to the right side. Complete to Lozano. Good for the 1st down. Gets to the 44 of Minnesota. That will move the chains. Going back into that pass set. 3 minutes to go. This will go to Love. He's going to have a block. He'll get some room. Ends up getting 6 to the 38 of Minnesota. Now less than 3 minutes to go as Portland tries to quickly reset. Jive will go from under center. Gets it off to Love again. He'll have room just enough to get a couple of yards. Going to get to the 36. Now 3rd down coming up with almost 2.5 minutes left. And Jive will throw. Oh, it's just a little early. And it's incomplete, intended for Israel Adams. Stops the clock with 2.5, but now you're on 4th and 2.
Once again, you've got to get this to keep moving the chains and moving it down the field. A 2nd time on this drive where it's 4th and ball game.
They will go into a shotgun with 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Dime package for Minnesota. They know what's coming. Bit of a low snap for Jive. He gets it away, and it's caught by Lozano for the first down. Gets it to the 24-yard line. Everybody tries to quickly reset. Less than 2:20 to go from the snap. Jive, quick pass to Lozano again. Makes the catch. Gets to the 10, down to the 9-yard line. A gain of 15. Now first down and goal. 2:10 to go. Set up in the same set. Jive going to the end zone, incomplete. Intended for Lozano again. That one looked like it got broken up. But it will stop the clock with 2:05 to go. They'll have one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, I say at this point, keep feeding that man Lozano over the middle, because they found something that's working with the tight end over that seam pattern with him. See if they can get it here in the end zone on the second and goal.
Guy from the shotgun again. Going to go 2 and 2. Going to give it out to the, let's see, that's number 34. He gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Portland. That was the backup running back, Lonnie Wright. He's been known to make some clutch moves, and he gets into the end zone and makes it a one-score game for Portland.
Wow. Well, when you're right, you're right. This time you're right in getting into the end zone. They just need to get this onside kick as we reach a 2-minute warning.
2 minutes to go here in Minnesota. Portland just scored. They're going to try to make it a 5-point game with the extra point. You're watching the SFL presented by 8 PM Music on YouTube. That last drive, 12 plays, 76 yards, finishing off with that touchdown to Wright as the extra point is up and good for Joey Robb. It's now 29-24 with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Now you have a bit of a quandary. You can go for the onside kick, and it looks like that's what they're going to do, or you could have kicked it all the way down and trust your defense to maybe force Minnesota to punt the ball for the first time all game.
Yeah, but even if they don't recover this onside kick, it's not ball game by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, you got all 3 timeouts.
And that onside kick recovered easily by Minnesota. That was Quig Mam who picked that one up. So that'll be first down for the Legend at the 40. If Portland can hold them to a field goal, it would still make it an 8-point game. They would still need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. But it's still within the realm of possibility that it could happen. Reno going to hand it off, and it'll be taken by Comisac. And Portland will take the first time out after the 5-yard gain.
Yeah, one of the best runs by either running back all game long. Neither of these guys, either Hart or Comisac, has been running averaging over 3 yards per carry all game. It's all been in the flats in that passing game. When they do gain big chunks of yards. So we'll see if Portland's defense can make a big play trying to stop this run game.
And going to the jumbo set for second down. Reno to throw it. Going to check it down to Hart. It's that run again, and they'll get the first down. Tackled at the 22 by Bernard Smith. Portland will take their second time out, but again, that fake out on the jumbo set proving to be a boon for the Legend.
And did you see how many players for Portland were in the box on that play pre-snap? They were all banking on that run for Minnesota, trying to stop that run by Hart up the middle, and it's been killing them all game long. And it proves once again right there as Hart gets a swing pass on that left side, getting the first down all the way almost to the 20-yard line.
And it looks like Reno's going to go ahead and put the team in victory formation as Portland will take their final timeout with 1:47 to go. Just trying to do the math really quickly here. They'll have 3, so they'll take about a minute. Because I can math very well. They'll take 120 seconds off the clock, so that should probably do it.
They should have 20 seconds on offense after they kick the field goal.
So that'll be the first knee of for the clock to run. While this is counting down, we got ourselves a game update from the folks in Indianapolis. Cam, tell me what you got.
Things are done in Indianapolis on 4th down. 4th down, Ethan. Florida tried to win the game with a touchdown in the end zone, but the pass to Minson ruled out of bounds, and Indy holds on for the upset. Back to the exciting finish of your game. Looks like Portland's going to get the ball back.
Thanks, Cam. And that's an unfortunate happenstance to have if you're a receiver just getting barely out of bounds to miss out on the touchdown. So the clock winding down here, I think you're right about this. We're probably going to be looking at about 30 seconds for the kick, as this will be a 43-yard attempt for Melillo. This will be his chance to go 6 for 6 on the day. Nice hold up and on the way. It is good from 43. So that'll stop the clock with 25 seconds to go, but it will be an 8-point ball game. Portland has to go the length of the field and score a 2-point conversion to tie it.
Yeah, and with about 20 seconds, we've seen stranger things happen in the SFL for sure, but with about 20 seconds after the kickoff, we'll see if Jive has the arm in a couple of plays to do it with.
Even despite the issues, he's been doing pretty well. 28 for 37, 215 yards and 2 touchdowns. Let's see what Morris can give him. He's going to bring it up to the 20, to the 25, up to the 26-yard line. So chances are we're probably going to see, if they can get out of bounds a couple of times, probably see 3, maybe 4 plays. But if they can't get in, they're going to have to get a good bit of yardage, get up to about the 40, and then maybe just hurl it deep for a Hail Mary. Jive going to have 2 and 2 from the shotgun. Minnesota with 3 and 2 in the dime. Jive going to have time in the pocket. Gets the short pass. Caught to Lozano. That is number 80. That is the second tight end. Michael Hayes getting it, and they will spike the ball with 9 seconds to go. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
I don't think they're going to have time to do that again, though, because that series of 2 plays took 12 seconds off the clock. So I think this is going to be your last chance to run a play, because I don't think they'll have time to spike it afterwards.
More than likely, they're going to try to go for something towards the sideline. That's going to be their best bet. Jive from under center, up the middle to Lozano. Can he stay on his feet? He cannot! And that is going to do it. Time has run out, and the Minnesota Legend take down the Portland Fleet 32-24. Oh, it was exciting up to the end. Just could not keep himself up on his feet, and that ends up doing it for Portland. They will fall to 0-1. Minnesota starts their season out at 1-0.
A great game by both teams to start off week 1 of season 20 for both of these squads. Just couldn't get the win for Portland. If nothing else, for Nelson Lozano Jr., that last reception for him does put him over the yardage he needed reception-wise, with 91 receiving yards on the game tonight to get him over that 2,000-yard mark for his career. So congrats to him to reach that milestone on that last play of the game. But the Portland Fleet wasn't able to pull out the victory tonight, but a nice milestone to gain on that last play. They'll be able to try to get that first win, however, next week. After a slow start, however, though, by Minnesota getting 4 drives with 4 field goals in a row, they were able to get the slow starts out of the way, get a couple of touchdown drives together, get some distance away from, get a couple of touchdown separation over Portland before they were able to win this ball game.
Yeah, the fantastic finish. Great job from both squads, really doing their best to keep things moving. Just could not do it in the end for Portland. Next week they will be at home in the Shipyards to take on Jacksonville, and Minnesota will be on the road at Full Moon to take on the Lycans in Los Angeles. Johnny Reno, your player of the game today, 39 of 41, 391 yards, and a quarterback rating of 106.4. Fantastic effort and well-deserved for Johnny Reno. And that will do it for us here at Northwood Stadium. Great home opener for the Legend. They defeat the Portland Fleet 32-24. For everybody here in the booth, for our statisticians, Mr. Eddie Gage and Mark Mello, for my partner Nate Hall, for the producer, Mr. Cameron Irvine, my name's Ethan Muslin. We'll see you Monday for some Monday Night SFL action. Till then, have a good night.